Yeah, well, yeah. If you look at any of the Democrat-run inner cities, and that's where you're going to get the most crime, and they're typically the most gun-restricted areas too, because the good people can't defend themselves. But and you're right, they don't want you to know about that for political purposes, but for political racial purposes, but they also don't want you to know. And they don't want to stop it either, Gary. And this is the sad part that I've realized, is they don't want that the deaths related to guns to go down. Although they say they want to stop gun-related deaths, they call it gun violence. It's hard for me to even use the term, but they say they want to stop gun-related crimes, but they do not. Everything they do does the exact opposite. What it does is it increases gun-related crimes. And the reason they do that, I believe, is because they don't actually want the number to go down, the gun-related crimes, because if that number started to go down, like right now we're somewhere 36,000 or so gun-related deaths per year. That includes suicides, by the way, so we usually take that out of the equation. But just for the sake of numbers, you can use 36,000. If that number were to start going down,
out of business,
and gun ownership is going up like it has been, that doesn't look good for them, because if gun ownership is going up and gun-related deaths are going down, which is actually what happens, but they don't want that to happen. They want the gun-related deaths to stay high and increase, because that way they can push for more gun laws. But if people actually see that gun purchases are skyrocketing, which they are, and gun-related deaths are actually going down, which they are, they don't like that. It doesn't work for them.
Right. It's the same thing when you look at poverty and look at since they want you to be not benevolent to God, but benevolent to daddy, the government, they need to keep you down. So they really don't want you rising up into the middle class where you want to keep your money. They need to keep you down there. So while they're saying, we love you and we're going to take care of you, yeah, they want to take care of you by keeping you on the government dime. But the only way they can do that is if you can't rise above a level where you don't need the government anymore and you can exist on your own. So they don't want you to do that. This is totally evil on both sides. Hey, Dan, since we're talking about an amendment, and since you brought up Webster's dictionary and how you can look and see how things are changing, they've kind of twisted and skewed, just like they've done all kinds of things from the founding fathers. Please explain what the Second Amendment is, why it is in there, which we know, and why it's so important that it remains.
The Second Amendment was written to protect gun ownership of private citizens should they become victims of a tyrannical government.